Welcome to part 1 of From Ableton Move to Full Song, a new mini-series, let's call it, here on the channel, where I make a full track, but I start from scratch on the Ableton Move. I really want to showcase the process of starting a piece of music on the Ableton Move and then transitioning into Ableton Live and, kind of bringing the whole track to life as a full song. But before we do that, let me just say that today's patron shout out goes to Low Effort Music. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Okay, so I've got a set pulled up here on the Ableton Move, and the bass preset that was randomly assigned to me is one of my favorites, and that is Bounce Bass. I love this preset. And I just started jamming around, and the only thing I've thrown down so far is this bass line, but this is kind of what inspired this whole video idea, this whole project. So here's the bass line I came up with. Kind of a cool syncopated little line. There was a lot of offbeat work in the the third and fourth measures of it. You can hear that I've got the dry session kit pulled up. This is not the drum set that was actually assigned, but I switched it to this dry session kit, which is an acoustic kit. And the reason I switched it to this acoustic kit is because I actually want to record real acoustic drums for this track. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to that in one of the parts. And I think it would be really fun to incorporate those drums into a full track, starting here on the Move. So the way I usually start working when I have a full track in mind on the Move is I start thinking in terms of my clips here, and I start treating those clips as like verse, chorus, bridge. So I'll typically only have 2 or 3 clips that I use before I, throw the whole thing into Ableton. So that is my goal today, is to come up with a couple different sections here. So for our other tracks, we've got this basic saw, which is polyphonic. And then down here, we've got corrosion bells, which I automatically do not like. I want a plucky sound, I think. I'm often a big fan of synth plucks. I'm just gonna use MIDI capture and take that. And as of just a few days ago, actually, Ableton released firmware 1.3, which allows us to hold shift and mute and then solo a track, which is really nice. And I can already tell I'm going to want the last 4 measures of what I played. Yeah, that's not quite how I wanted it phrased, but I think I kind of like it. So let's quantize it and hear it now. Nope, I don't like that at all, actually. Yeah, we're going to play something like that instead. Let's turn the click on and record. And we'll quantize it. Yeah, that's good. Let's unmute or unsolo it. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, that's solid. Let's quantize the bass. Yeah, that's awesome. That might be all we need for a verse, honestly. That's pretty cool. By the way, we are in, whoop, wrong button, this one, we are in G minor. So not typically a key I play in, but kind of digging it. Let's go ahead and just put that 4 on the floor kick. And let's go to the bass, which is track 2. I'm going to double the loop length, and then I'm going to zoom into tracks or measures 5 through 8. And I actually kind of want to transpose these here. Yeah. So what I did there is I took measures 5, 6, and 7, and I transposed those down 2 whole steps. And then we did the last one here, measure 8, down 1 whole step. So let's hear all 8 of these now. Nice. That feels like a pretty solid verse. And I'm not going to worry about arranging things like an intro or an outro here. We'll do that once we get into Ableton proper. So now let's go to clip 2 for everything, and we're going to go into track 2 and come up with a chorus. So remember, when we drop down 2 whole steps, we're down here. So if we started, if this is G, this will be E flat. We could go up 1.5 steps here. This would be B flat, which is the relative major key. I'm not sure. Maybe I want to hear chords here or something first. Now, what I could do is turn on the metronome here, but the metronome's honestly a little quiet for my liking on the Move, so instead I'm just going to sequence a 4 on the 4, 4 on the floor kick drum here to use as my click, and now we can record these chords here. Yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's cool about the Ableton Move is because this is just going to import into Ableton as a project. I can actually put a different instrument on this specific clip if I want. I can assign different instruments all over the place. So while I'm just working with 4 tracks on the Move, once we get into Ableton, that can turn into as many tracks as my version of Live allows. And I have Suite, so it's unlimited. But if you have Light, that would be 8. And if you have Intro, that would be 16. This is just a sketch. That's why a lot of people refer to the Move as a sketchpad. So where do we want to go after this? Yeah, that's good. So let's extend the loop length here to 8 bars and then go to bars 5 through 8. I guess we only needed 2 bars. So a 6-bar chorus. Interesting, but it could work. Yeah, cool. Let's try something for the bass now. Interesting, you can go some pretty cool places with those chords with the bass. Kind of like something simple though, to be honest. Let's record. Yeah, and that's a really nice transition back to the verse section as well. That's another thing that the Move enables you to do really easily, is just see how different sections transition into each other, which that's nice. Let's try it from the verse into the chorus now, though. Yeah, that's really cool. Nope, I am not liking any plucks in the chorus. I think we leave those to the verses where things are going to be a bit more rhythmical. That's not really a word. I think we leave them to the verses where things are going to be a bit more rhythmically driven, if that makes sense. Also, keep in mind, like I said, these drums are not anywhere near the final drums. I'm going to play real acoustic drums in here, so even these parts that we're hearing are not going to be it in the slightest. In the verses, I'm kind of hearing some like hi-hat 16th note on the ride type patterns. Something like that. You know what? Let's just try that. Why not? Really quick, let's double the length here so we can fit in the open hi-hat as well. Let's play this in and just see how it sounds. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go and turn the velocity of this note full blast here. That's that open hi-hat. Yeah, cool. And then in the verse, I'm thinking a lot more maybe stuff on the toms. Actually, probably more syncopated stuff between the cymbals and like a tight snare drum. One thing that's nice about a 4 on the floor feel is that when you take that 4 on the floor feel away, you can get away with some really cool syncopated hits and stuff like that, which I'm guessing we'll be able to do here. This whole feel is really nice. I like it. Yeah, something like that. We'll definitely have some fun with it. And then, like I said, we can put some hits in there too. So believe it or not, just with these two little sections here, a basic verse and a basic chorus outline, we're ready to go into Ableton. This is enough inspiration, at least for me, to turn this into a full track. I'm already hearing several different variations of a verse, and I think the chorus is going to be able to go into some interesting places, especially if we swap out some of those sounds and kind of refresh the palette once we get to the chorus. Bring in some third-party VSTs and who knows, maybe even some vocals or something like that. So this is a good stopping point for part 1 of From Ableton Move to Full Song. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat informative. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Stay tuned for part 2. It's coming next week. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.